imagination, the only designer of our generation. Ọlọ́mọkùnrin àtọmọbìnrin tó ń ṣoge, tí ó gba ìdọ̀dọ̀ imagination. Ìmúra rẹ̀ ò jẹ́ ìpè. Imagination, the only designer of our generation. Ọlọ́mọkùnrin àtọmọbìnrin tó ń ṣoge, tí ó gba ìdọ̀dọ̀ imagination. Ìmúra rẹ̀ ò jẹ́ ìpè. Ọmọ nígbàdígbàdí o, ọmọ mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn. Àwọn tí fẹ́ lábòsó, ọmọ ṣọlá bèbí, ọmọ tálákì lórí àlàkì lórí ìjẹ́bù òde. Ẹ̀gbọ́n Táyọ̀ mi, ọmọ tálákì lórí ọkọ lọ́hùn lóyìn. Miami nílùú Florida bó ń bá lọ. Àwo yẹlé ọmọ Fádùgbà ó ṣeun o. Imagination, the only designer of our generation. Ọlọ́mọkùnrin àtọmọbìnrin tó ń ṣoge, tí ó gba ìdọ̀dọ̀ imagination. Ìmúra rẹ̀ ò jẹ́ ìpè. Mo pààyè káyé kó wa ọkọ̀ máa bá mi tọ́jú wálé. Ọmọ ọkọ mi sì mi o, ọkọ kẹ́mi bèbí tó ṣe ìyàwó níjọ́sí. Àwo tí mo súnmọ́lá lórí méjì o. Ìkan ní Miami, ìkan ní Houston, Texas. Kẹ́ máa bá mi kí dáadáa, ìgbé wá sí ìlú mi ó ṣeun. Àwòṣẹ̀kẹ́ aláwọ̀ èèyàn ọmọ rẹ ní. Gọ́ọ̀dì. Imagination, the only designer of our generation. Ọlọ́mọkùnrin àtọmọbìnrin tó ń ṣoge, tí ó gba ìdọ̀dọ̀ imagination. Ìmúra rẹ̀ ò jẹ́ ìpè. Ó gbà ó tí mo ń sọ, Àyìndé wá sí ìlú mi àmọ́ra wa. Olúwayé fún mi yẹn bí gọ́dí. Ìkòròdú ló máa wà, ilé kò fẹ́ mi ra mú kí. Dísáínà tó gbà, àwọn Àyìndé wá sí ìlú mi ọmọ tí ọmọ náà. Gọ́dí. Imagination, the only designer of our generation. Ọlọ́mọkùnrin àtọmọbìnrin tó ń ṣoge, tí ó gba ìdọ̀dọ̀ imagination. Ìmúra rẹ̀ ò jẹ́ ìpè. Bó ṣe gọ́dí, fìbí lómi o. Gọ́dí, fìbí lómi o. Gọ́dí, fìbí lómi o. Imagination mi, fìbí lómi o. Designer mi, fìbí lómi o. Àwo ti fẹ́ lá o, ọmọ Amosun. Àwo ti fẹ́ lá o, ọmọ Amosun. Àwo ti yẹlé o, ọmọ Fádùgbà. Àwo ti yẹlé o, ọmọ Fádùgbà. Èèyàn tèmi Àyìndé o, Àyìndé wá sí o. Èèyàn tèmi Àyìndé wá sí o. Àwo ti Táyọ̀ mi ọmọ Àlàkì o. Tọ́jú mo súnmọ́lá o, sweetie kan bèbí. Mo súnmọ́lá ìbò ní Houston, Texas. Mo súnmọ́lá ìbò ní Houston, Texas. Àti mo súnmọ́lá kejì o, ìlú Florida. Mo súnmọ́lá kejì o, ìlú Florida. Gọ́dí, fìbí lómi o. Gọ́dí, fìbí lómi o.
Online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.
Hello, our viewers and listeners. Welcome to the brand new episode of Health Awareness Show on Thurrock African Radio, the famous radio. Yes, please connect with us on all social platforms. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. By connecting with us, you are making our radio station more famous. My name is Ayo Adio. I'm a health journalist, and today we're going to discuss something to do with our mouth. And today's title is Good Oral Care. How do we look after the well-being of our mouth? Because if we don't look after it, it's going to cause a problem in the future. We need to look after our teeth and gum to ensure they are in good condition. If we neglect our oral health, it can lead to tooth decay and gum disease, which are often visible when we smile. This can affect our self-esteem. Now, the good oral health contributes to our general well-being. We can't neglect our oral health. People who have suffered toothache before would know that if something is wrong up there, we are not 100%. So we need to look after our oral health. Yeah, gum disease is linked to some serious health conditions such as cardiovascular disease, by that I mean heart disease, dementia, diabetes, and complications in pregnancy. The bacteria that cause gum disease can enter the bloodstream and travel to other parts of the body and cause a lot of damage. That means if someone has a gum disease, the bacteria that cause the gum disease can bore hole into the blood vessels and enter into the blood circulation. And when it enters the blood circulation, it goes to other parts of the body and start causing damage. It can go to the kidneys, can go to the liver, and sometimes the brain. And we know the brain is the seat of power. So gum disease and tooth decay, they are preventable. You can have good oral health by doing the following. Avoid tooth decay. Tooth decay starts when there's a buildup of sticky plug or rough sticky material on our teeth, and this is caused by bacteria. If we brush our teeth regularly, we can eliminate this plug. But if we don't brush our teeth, it can become hardened and cause what they call tartar. So we need to brush our teeth regularly. Now, in our mouth, there's some bacteria that live there normally. That's their own abode, like Streptococcus mitis. In biological term, they call it commensals. That means it's just a term for bacteria or any organism that lives anywhere in our body and doesn't cause a damage. The problem is this organism, they can be opportunistic. If there's any opportunity, they start causing damage. So in this instance, the Streptococcus species that I said lives as a commensal in our mouth. They can become opportunistic. How do they do this? If we eat and don't brush our teeth regularly, if we eat a lot of sugar and the sugar residues is in our mouth, these organisms have I mentioned that earlier, Streptococcus species, they will start feeding on that sugar. When they start feeding on the sugar, gradually then they start multiplying. From 10, they become 20, 50, 100, 200. And they start multiplying that way. Then, after that, they start boring hole into our teeth. Once they bore the hole, then the hole now enlarges. So, we can avoid tooth decay if we brush at least twice a day. The most important time to brush is when we want to go to sleep. The reason for this is that all the sediments, all the food debris in our mouth, we take it out and we use floss or interdental brush to remove all the food particles that has been in the crevices of our teeth. So we're doing this to avoid any food left in our mouth, which the bacteria such as streptococcus can feed on. So we need to brush our teeth at least twice a day. The most important, the most important part of the day to brush our teeth is when we want to go and sleep. So just to make sure that we don't have any debris in our mouth. So if we notice any little hole in our mouth, the best we need to visit our dentist ASAP. Or if we notice, or if we are sensitive, let's say when we take hot drink or very cold drink or sweet drink, and we notice there's a toothache, that means something is not right. We need to book an appointment to see the dentist, for the dentist to have a look at it and assess the situation and start treatment. So these are the ways we can do to avoid toothache. Now, there are some situations. Situations which we need to be aware of. Now, if we ignore early warning signs, the tooth decay that starts with a very small hole can become bigger and bigger, and that causes more problem. So if you notice bleeding from the gum, when you brush your teeth, there should be no blood in it. Or when you rinse your mouth, there should be no blood. If you notice any trace of blood, that means something's not right. So you need to book an appointment to see the doctor. Now, I'll tell you something. The Office of the Health and Disparities states that the cost to the NHS of treating largely preventable oral health conditions is around 3.5 billion pounds per year. I mean, for those of us who live in the United Kingdom, the National Health Service is the umbrella organization that looks after our health. So for them to spend 3.6 billion pounds a year on something that is preventable is a lot of money. So guys, we need to save NHS money. Anytime we finish eating our food, let's just rinse our mouth. By rinsing your mouth, you taking off the food debris, and you preventing providing food for the bacteria living in our mouth. Yes, and also when we want to sleep, let's make sure we brush our teeth, and that will also eliminate food for the bacteria to feed on. So what are the signs of gum disease? Signs of gum disease are bad breath. Is it sometimes, when we speak and the odor is foul, yeah, that's a gum disease, and but it's treatable and it's reversible. So there's a term we use for early gum disease. It's called gingivitis. Yes, it's called early gum disease or gum inflammation. So, as I said, signs of early gum disease are bad breath, swollen teeth, red or sour gums, bleeding from the gum, and these are not normal. We need to book an appointment to see the dentist ASAP. If you ignore the warning signs, the gum disease is not treated, the situation will get worse. This situation will get worse. And as I said, I mean, when there's a small hole, the bacteria will keep eating the parts of the hole again and enlarge the hole, make it bigger and bigger, and this is no good. It's not good at all. We need to visit the dentist as soon as possible for treatment to start. So if somebody ignores warning signs of gum disease and is not treated, the situation get worse, the person may develop a deep gum disease. So the scientific term for deep gum disease is periodontitis. So somebody with deep gum disease is, if it's not treated, might lead to a situation where that person will lose the gum. You see, the gum is like a platform on which our teeth sit on. So if the platform is not there, then there's no place where the teeth can stick on. So the gum is very important. So the teeth as well. So we must look after our teeth and make sure that we visit the dentist when we notice any signs of gum disease, like bleeding from the gum, inflammation, and sensitivity to when eating. So also the gum if the early gum disease develops into late gum deep gum disease, the gum starts to recede, and when it starts to recede, that means it has to weaken down. So the bone supporting the teeth gets weakened and destroyed, and eventually the tooth or the teeth might fall out. And when it falls out, then there will be no more teeth again, which is, which is it's not good at all. So we need to know the symptoms of early gum disease. Such as bleeding from the gum, such as swelling gum, such as sensitivity when you eat something and it becomes painful. So we need to visit the dentist ASAP. So we're going to go for a short break now, and we're going to come back and continue with our discussion on how to look after our oral health. Yeah, stay tuned. Don't go away. Yeah, and thanks for listening.
ìbà ló yẹ ká ṣe fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ọba o àjùbà lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ ìbà ló yẹ ká ṣe fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ọba láṣẹ àjùbà lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè bàbá mímọ́ fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ọba òkè àjùbà lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ Èdùmarè àjùbà kí bá ṣe fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè bàbá mímọ́ fẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ọba òkè àjùbà lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ Èdùmarè àjùbà kí bá ṣe adúpẹ́ rírí jẹ adúpẹ́ rírí mu adúpẹ́ rírí wọ̀ Èdùmarè aṣọpẹ́ fáàbò rẹ lórí wa lójoojúmọ́ Elédùmarè aṣọpẹ́ o fáàbò rẹ lórí wa lójoojúmọ́ Elédùmarè aṣọpẹ́ o gbọ́pẹ́ wa bàbá o gbọ́pẹ́ wa Jèhófà Elédùmarè rọba láṣẹ dákun 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 wa gbọ́pẹ́ àwa a ní nítorí tani torí Michael Adéníyì mi Ìṣọ̀lá ọmọ Adénúgà mi o àpèsè ọ̀fìjẹ́bùlà nítorí Michael Adéníyì mi Ìṣọ̀lá Adénúgà àpèsè níjẹ̀bùlà ọmọ Júlì ròyìn Dàmọ́lá Adénúgà yèyé ọba tó relé níjọ́sí yèyé ọba ọ̀fìjẹ́bùlà ńdó ilé ròyìn Dàmọ́lá mama tata Júlì ròyìn Dàmọ́lá Adénúgà yèyé ọba ọ̀fìjẹ́bùlà ní mama Michael Adéníyì mi Ìṣọ̀lá o Adénúgà mi.
Online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.
Hello, our viewers and listeners. Welcome to the second edition of the Health Awareness Show on Thurrock African Radio, the famous radio. Connect with us on all social platforms using the handle at Tag Radio 1. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube, and inform your associate to connect with us as well. By connecting with us, you are making our radio station more famous. Earlier on, we've been talking about oral health. We did discuss something related to early gum disease, and that once we notice some symptoms, such as bleeding while brushing or while rinsing our mouth, we should, is a warning sign, or there's inflammation of the tooth. That's a warning sign of early gum disease. And early gum disease can progress into deep gum disease. And deep gum disease is also called periodontitis. And if that is not, if deep gum disease is not taken care of and treated, it can eventually lead to losing the gum and losing all our teeth. So it's very important that we check out for the warning signs and seek help from the dentist as soon as possible. And we move into the next segment, as I said, and now we want to talk about making our healthy lifestyle choices. Our lifestyle choices do affect our well-being. If we drink or smoke, it do affect us. Smoking tobacco stains our teeth yellow and sometimes brown due to the nicotine present in the tobacco. Also, the tobacco weakens our immune system. So our immune system is the first barrier of defense for any infection. So if there's any bacteria coming into the body, our immune system raise an awareness and try and fight the bacteria or the disease. And most of the time, the bodies they are successful. They beat off the bacteria, and there's no problem. But if the immune is weakened, they will not be able to put up a lot of strong defense. Then the bacteria will overcome the defense and start causing a lot of damage. So smoking do weaken our immune system, and smokers are likely to, people who smoke are likely to develop gum disease more than people who do not smoke. So at this junction, if you smoke, please try and reduce it to giving it up. So also, smoking makes it difficult for our gum to heal after treatment. I mean, it doesn't let the treatment heal the wound easily. So smokers are also at risk of developing mouth cancer. 2/3 of mouth cancer cases are linked to smoking. According to statistics, 2/3 of mouth cancer are linked to smoking. So smoking is not good for our good health generally, and it's not also good for good oral health. So also drinking excessive alcohol has a bad effect on our oral health. Alcoholic drinks are acidic and eventually dissolve the enamel of our teeth. You see, when we just talk a little bit about structure of our teeth, we have the top one, the enamel, that's the white one. Then we have the middle part, and we have the lower part that sticks to the gum. So when we drink alcohol, the alcohol passing over the top of the enamel sort of eventually erodes it with the acid. Erodes it so that it comes down until it is exposed. So it's not good to drink. Let's leave it like that. So if you drink, please reduce the amount you drink, and stop drinking very soon. So also alcoholic drinks, if we do mix alcoholic drinks with fizzy drinks, the situation is even worse because of the sugar content. Earlier I was telling you that we have commensals, which these are organisms that live in our mouth, such as Streptococcus mitis. If we leave a lot of sugar in our mouth, that's good food for them. You see, when we are sleeping, they start eating the sugar. They start dissolving the sugar. They start multiplying, as I said, 100, 200, 300. And when they start multiplying, if there's no more sugar again, they start eating the enamel of our teeth, or attacking the gum gradually until they create a hole. When they create a hole, that's the early signs of gum disease. So we need to make sure that what we drink or we eat doesn't contain a lot of sugar. And once we've eaten something that contains sugar, we should try as much as possible to rinse our mouth with water. By rinsing our mouth, we reduce the sugar left in our mouth to the barest minimum. So we've left very barest minimum for the food, for the streptococci in our mouth or any other organism in our mouth, so that they won't have any food to feed on. And if they don't have any food to feed on, then they die. So don't leave food for the bacteria to feed on in your mouth. So reducing the amount of alcohol we consume will improve our oral health. So we're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we forward to the final segment of today's show, The Good Oral Health. Stay tuned. Don't go away.
Ènìyàn onílárajà aṣọ ènìyàn láṣọ rí mi tí mo fi ń bora. Mi ò sí nílé ẹnu lé mi ró ogun rere. Mi ò sí lọ́jà ẹ ò jẹ́ kí wọ́n pàṣọ mi dá.
online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.
Hello, our viewers and listeners. Welcome to the last segment of Health Awareness Show today on Thurrock African Radio. Right, please connect with us using Tag Radio 1 on all social platforms. Yeah, connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. By connecting with us, you are making our radio station great. Now, at this segment, we're going to talk about the top tips for keeping our teeth clean and healthy. Yes, basically, we need to brush our teeth at least twice a day with a toothpaste that contains fluoride. Why? Because fluoride sort of prevents tooth decay. Let's leave it at that. Don't let us go into the science of it. So, and when we brush twice a day, we make sure that the most important part of the day to brush is when we want to sleep. So when we want to sleep, we should brush our teeth. By doing that, we're reducing the food debris and the sugar in our mouth. And we're not leaving food for the bacteria in our mouth to feed on. Because if we leave food in our mouth for the bacteria to feed on, the bacteria will multiply. And when they multiply, they cause a lot of damage. They start boring, eating our gum and teeth as well. So we make sure we brush our teeth, especially when we want to sleep. And don't rinse at all. Just leave after brushing. Just spit out the brush. The toothpaste in the sink, and leave it. Don't rinse with water again. So if you leave it, you are leaving the residues of the fluoride to be absorbed in the gum and on our teeth. So, and this fluoride prevents tooth decay. So after brushing the teeth with toothpaste, then just spit out, and that's it. Let the fluoride residue get absorbed in the teeth and act as a defense. Secondly, change your toothbrush at least every 2 to 3 months or sooner if you notice that the bristles are weakened or they bend. The reason is that if you don't change it, the bristles are not hard enough or strong enough to go into the corners of our mouth and remove all the food debris. You don't want to use a weak brush. If you use a weak brush, you're not doing any work. You're not removing the food debris. You want a brush that is strong and sharp enough so that can do the work and remove all the debris. Now, also use after eating. When we have time, we use dental floss to remove all the food particles in the corners of the teeth, at least just to make sure we remove this food to prevent leaving food debris in between our teeth. Yes. Then also, by doing this sort of prevents plaque, and it also prevents food being left for the bacteria. Then we make sure we visit our dentist regularly. So every 6 months, we visit the dentist. When visiting the dentist, we also book a corresponding appointment for the with the dental hygienist as well. So the dentist will look at our mouth and see if there's any major issues, and he or she starts treatment. The dental hygienist just clean the mouth, polish the teeth, and make sure there's no plaque left anywhere in the mouth. So I want us to sort of save NHS 3.5 billion. That's a lot of money by looking after our teeth and brushing our teeth regularly, rinsing our mouth, and sort of if we notice any early signs of gum disease, such as bleeding, inflammation of the mouth, yes, or any sensitivity in the mouth, we visit our dentist ASAP. So we're coming to the we're coming to the end of our program, and I want to say thank you for listening, and a big shout out to the Turok African community there. So make sure you keep well, look after your oral health, and stay safe. So until next time, we're going to talk about another topic. Stay safe and look after your health. So I'm saying bye-bye and signing out. Thank you for listening.
Be careful, I expect you to go.
S-Bling on the track. S-Bling on the track.
Papa will know about this. Iki sumoki, show the buffy, Biki Obasu monkey, Oba Olevo, Lati become Sibicom,
S-Bling on the track.
Ogbe kan so igbo, ogbe kan si shomo, wọ́n bá ẹ sọ, wọ́n bá ẹ sọ, wọ́n bá ẹ sọ, wọ́n bá ẹ sọ, Ọlọ́run gbà, Ọlọ́run gbà, Ọlọ́run gbà, Ọlọ́run gbà, wọ́n bá ẹ sọ, wọ́n bá ẹ sọ, Ọlọ́run gbà, Ọlọ́run gbà.
Ekoko be careful, na express you dey go. Motor go jam if you wan stop our show. Ekoko be careful, na express you dey go. Motor go jam if you wan stop our show.
S-Bling on the track.
Oh, the fine, fine girl, you feel her. You already know, you feel her, you the feel her, you the feel her. Anywhere we go, we the killer. Any show where we go, we the killer. You already know, we the killer, we the killer. Goro, Corona, all of my jari goro, Corona.
S-Bling on the track.
Goro, Corona, all of my jari goro, Corona. Ekoko be careful, na express you dey go. Motor go jam if you wan stop our
S-Bling on the track.
Ekoko be careful, na express you dey go. Motor go jam if you wan stop our
S-Bling on the track.
We the killer, we the killer.
Egungun be careful, na express you dey go. Motor go jam you, it don't happen. I don't tell her. It don't happen. I don't tell her. Motor go
S-Bling
jam
on the
her.
track.
Why? Egungun be careful, na express you dey go.
Online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the app.